All right, it's another day in the market. It is Tuesday. It is October 6th. And a real interesting day in the market today. Get some really nice runners. And the market plunged. We'll get to that in a minute. And, let's go over the top movers so far today. What happened today exactly? PPSI, Pioneer Power Solutions Incorporated. This ran up 205%. I think it was as high as almost 400%. It came down a little bit. So, what the news on this was there was no news. I talked to chat rooms, different people. I didn't see any news anywhere. The only thing I can think of, someone did say, because what they do is manufacture cells, specialty electrical transmission, distribution, on-site power generation equipment. So there's a hurricane coming. It's going to hit New Orleans, maybe Texas. Maybe this is why this moved. Another one's OPTT. OPTT, it develops, commercializes, generates electricity, harnesses renewable energy, ocean waves. A lot of stocks have moved because, a lot in this category have moved. In this category, what else moved? Let me see here. ELSE moved. Industrial production monitoring. Speed monitoring systems include measure production, count rates. I don't know. So a lot of moved in that category though. Industrial power generation could be the reason they moved. Because the hurricane's coming here, it's going to knock out a lot of power generation, so that would make sense. But I didn't see any news on that. But it doesn't even matter. Sometimes you don't need news. You don't need news for things to move. This had no news. It's a low float. I got 3.8 million on trade ideas. The first big candle here. Well, really right here, 7 a.m., that was the first sort of candle blipped up. And then you had, this was the big candle, 238,000 at 8:05 a.m. You knew something was up then. And then you're seeing it again and again. And then, we moved to right here, I would say 315. And then, that's your first stop here. And then we came down a little bit. We found support at about 288 or about 284. And there's your 3 line. And then the open, this went back and forth between 350 and 3. Then we came up, then this moved up, then this took off. This really took off. Look at the volume. So, if you have no news or can't find out, be careful. Doesn't mean you can't trade it. You just got to be careful. They could dump anytime with no news. And then, of course, chat rooms piled on. I think Warrior Trader was in there, that redheaded guy that pumps stuff. Everyone follows his moves. So when everyone's looking at the top stocks too, you're going to start moving. People are going to jump in. It's going to start to move. So, that's how it works in Pennyland. And this chart was clean. There was nothing like stocks moving all over the place, the lines. This moved up with nice smooth candles. For me, this 50-cent line is big enough. You move it tighter here. That's way too tight. That's extremely tight. How can you get these candles ripped through? So 50-cent was pretty good. So you have your 3 line, your 350 line. There's a 4 line, came all the way up. This touched 650, then came back, touched this 5 line, and we came back up again. And this one as high as 943. So if you get anywhere down here, this is over 2,000, gain 5,000. This is a great long. Then it just faded. After a move like this and it fades, it probably won't bounce back. And, you see the volume dry out and it, went off and it was a short. So, no news, didn't matter. This has done nothing to it. You see these spikes in July? The average volume here, let me see what kind of volume this does. 8 million, it does do pretty good volume, but today was 335 million. And you can see right here, it's this weird, really weird lines. There's nothing going on right there. So, this is a great trade. Once again, the chart is the chart. It doesn't even matter. Just play the chart. Once you see this come out very nicely like this, you have 13/20 EMA. Now, can it dump here? Yes, any stock can do anything. But once this is the top stock and low float, are they really going to dump it here? I've rarely ever seen that pre-market, unless it's one of them crazy charts where it's up and then it's slamming candles all over the place. So this is a great trade to the long side, and short wasn't bad too. But that's why up in the morning pre-market, and most of the time these small caps are going to start pre-market. Now, do you have to trade pre-market? No, you could wait till this opened. And right here, you got in at, you could have traded for the high of the day here, 350 really. Because look at the ascending triangle, you had support right here at 3, and this went up. If you're early and it does do this and it comes back, I mean, that's the risk you take. And then you might stop out and miss the move. So it's very much dependent on what you want to do and how you read the chart. See, if you're in here at 3 and this dumps all the way down, back down to 2, you're going to probably stop out and you're going to miss the move. But on this, the only thing, when you saw this start to go up, this is the 5-minute, and I give it a 10-minute too. Yeah, the 10-minute was clearly a strong 13/20 EMA right here. So there's your line of 3 that took off. So the higher time frames are better. So I know people trade the 1-2 minute, 3 minutes not bad. I don't get the 1-2 minute. It's a scalp. It's way too tough to read. And so you see here, 3 and takes off. See, the 10-minute looks even better because these candles are, nothing crazy with these candles. That's a bearish candle. And this is bearish up top. So it's a great long right there. So that's it for that. ELSE, electro sensors, right here over 5, or maybe 490 to start to take off too. This is part of that category, PPSI, ELSE, OPTT. Maybe down the list there's more. I have to do like electrical power generation, anything electrical. So this came up to 450. Again, see how it's hugging this 1320 and it takes off again. So this was a really nice long too. And you can see right here in your 13 EMA and your 20 or 10 minute, it was a buy the whole way. Now, if you break it down to 2 minute, you could have shorted from here to here. That's still a good move. It depends on what kind of move you're playing. I don't like to play them short moves because it's just very short. Why not play the longer move? I'm trying to play the longer move now. To get a bigger gain. So, and this one, look at this volume, 18 million. And these charts, too, see this? There's nothing really going on here. The volume on this was like no volume. Look at this, 200 back in May, 300. There's no volume at all. Really crazy. This had a float of 2.23 million. So a lot of manipulation today, I would say. Sympathy play. This is running. That's running. All right. APWC 130 all the way to 187, came back, sideways move, chopped, and then this really took off late. Another big volume late. You can see here on the daily too, the big volume's been on up days. Another one too, no real volume on these days. 2,000 volume, nothing. OPTT, now this is an even better chart. This is a broadening wedge, tight, tight, big, then even bigger. Look at this, 150 million in volume today. And yesterday, look at the volume. You have a divergence going up. You have over 150. And you get the 160 line. This takes off all the way to 230. Find support pretty much at 2. Takes off again to 260. You have over $1 gain there. Then it fades late. Yeah, this is a very good long on the 10-minute. 10-minute, you can see here 160. It's just smooth the whole way until it faded late. RCMT, this is moving late. WWR. Yeah, this had the run here, and I had 10 because 10 was the next move here. See this? See your 10 line, and today it just crushed it. Look at the volume here. This has been absolutely on fire. So this moved early pre-market, and this turned into a slide. See, the move was early, it kept going, and then it slid down and never got over the trend line. Your magical trend line. So if you draw your line right here and go down, yeah, it can't break, it can't break. And it did break here a little bit. So once you see these high moves early, and then they try to come up, but it just doesn't work. And this was on a really long tear too. KYX, yeah, tougher long here. It's a higher price stock. CDXC, this volume down here, not the greatest volume, but start to move 440, you know, turn into a dollar gain. CHNR, 60-cent gain here. I'm coughing here. CHNR, China Resources, this had the spike back in June. See here, 150, 150, a lot of spikes on this. And here's Seoul. This has been a really good daily chart coming up. Right here today, intraday. You know, you get over 220 all the way to 285. Pill, there's Pill. This had the halt for like a week, and then this came up, came back down 2 days, came up, and look at this. Crossover, volume increasing, Piedmont Lithium. You know, this got right over 38, and this took off very sharply to 49. That's over a $10 gain. So very quick move and a good long. CLDX. CLDX 1475 all the way 1850, pretty good long here. The volume dipped down pretty low on some of these though. AQMS, Aqua Metals. This is a quick momentum move. Okay, NSA. XTNT. And this was the triangle, the descending triangle popped up. Looks like this 225 area. Could move there. EEX, Beam. Beam was oversold in the daily. This is straight up. You catch one of these, it's straight up. There's no sell until maybe, you know, starts to come down a little bit. PNSL. ENDP. Yeah, a lot of these come up. There's no pre-market too. Yeah, there's going to be moves the whole day. There's always gainers every day, and then starts to come up and just takes off. SPI, there it is. The move down after this. Yeah, this day the volume was 247 million out of nowhere. Came back down. Now it's coming up slightly. Right over 725. Pretty good low in there. It's another IPO. So many IPOs, can't keep track. Yella Group. Right over 670 to 740. What else is down the list here? ZZN, B. This has been a great long. This is probably shaking out a lot of people. From your low to high has been great trades. Low to high, low to high, low to high. And today it really took off on Bloom Energy. 18 all the way to 2050. Sumo. This is another recent IPO. Look at this, 22.25 all the way to 26 with a cross. Great chart if you catch it. Now, you're not going to catch all these. Most traders are going to trade maybe like 1 to 5 stocks a day. This was down the list a little bit. Easy target. Sometimes down the list is better. Here's a PLTR plan. Palantir Technologies. 9 all the way to 1010. Some W, GI MoneyGram. All right, so that's the list. Again, your top gainers are giving you big moves today. Still a mix of higher price stock and lower, probably more lower today, like under $10 stocks. There's still a lot of 19, 20, 145, 11. And the gainer small caps are moving 189%, 130, 100%, 79, 59, low floats. So that's where we're at here. Now in the market really nosedived. You can see this right here. We were up, I'm not sure how much, maybe it was a few hundred, I forget. Right now, Dow Jones, as we close, is minus 375, S&P minus 47.81, NASDAQ 177.88, small caps minus 817, the VIX 29.48, up 1.52, 5.44%. Commodities, gold was down 30.40, 18.89, silver 23.46, minus 1.09. Crude oil is up 40.22, 2.58%. It's probably because of the hurricane coming. That's going to make crude go higher temporarily if that hits New Orleans or Texas. So the reason why the stock market dumped, intraday crash, you could say. Trump said he told his negotiators to stop negotiating till after the election. So the market just took a dive here. You can see this. We're doing pretty good in the markets. I think we're up a few hundred. Then we went all the way to 342 down to 335. Completely dumped. And you can see here, let me get another chart here. On the daily, see this, the wedge tightening? It looks like right now, 341 about is a trouble spot. And back and forth. The moving average is held underneath here, the big cluster here. Looks like we're trying to bend down on the stochastics. Your 4 hours already crossed down, so that's not good. We might go back to 330, it looks like. 1 hour is going down. There's your weekly. So that's what happened here. So it's a big bearish candle today. So that's on the SPY. You got to get over 341, and if not, we probably get to 330 maybe. NASDAQ, same thing. This has to get over 11,345. Let's see that. And on this, Dow Jones 28,226. Now we're bending down too on the stochastics, trying to bend. 4 hour, weekly. Excuse me. So there we stand. We'll see what happens with this news and what tomorrow brings. So that's where we're at here. The VIX. The VIX is breaking back out here. You can see this. Remember this right here, about 25-ish to 30. We're in this range. It looks like we're breaking back up. Weekly. You have stochastics divergence right here. 4 hours, getting oversold a little bit. 2 hour, 1 hour staying elevated. Another chart, and there it is. You're caught between the 200-day and the 50-day. UBXY didn't move as much. It's caught between this 50-day coming down and back and forth, pretty much between 18 and 22 right now. Some bearish ETFs, SQQQ. This is oversold. This might pop up again. That's looking good. SDAO. SDAO's oversold too. That might bounce up. TZA. TZA is very oversold here. You see this right here. So a lot of these are oversold. These the bearish ETFs. FAS is coming down too. This might bounce back up. So we might get another move for the bears here. A little, sequence here where they start moving again. Up here is their stocks. This is very oversold. ERY Energy. Direxion bears. Yeah, this has been highest it's been in a long time. The other side, UDAO. We had to move up. And this is forming a wedge too, this way. So it's looking bearish. We'll see what happens with this. SPXL. Kind of cross back down now. The Qs. And this has made its run. See this run from here to here? This was a low of, we'll call it 109 to a high of 138. So it's at it's a $31 move. 109, 110, 138. That's a big move there. So, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 days. I'm going to see something here. Yeah, it could have been a strong game for a swing. And see, that's how you play these signals. I mean, it's tougher here because this never went down. Stochastics you want completely oversold, then it'll bounce back. So, but this was a straight run up. So right here, hey, you move down, then bounced up, and coming back down now. Now on the 4 hour, 2 hours coming down. There's your hour. So I would like this to come in more. We'll see what happens, how far down this goes. TQQQ. TNA. That looks like a shooting star wick. I don't like that at all. It's very bearish. There's FAS, the same thing, looking bearish. Soxel too. This had a great run from here to here. LABU. There's new, even gold. Gold's still going down. If you thought gold will come back up a little bit, but it's not really moving here. ERX. You can see this right here. This is still in this tight wedge. We need something good to happen with oil. Today with the hurricane, that's going to increase production, I believe, and all that. But we'll see what happens with that. Oil's just been buried. Defend, back and forth. This is nothing. This was a $75 stock. It went down to like 5. Made one real move and then it's just been sideways. So still in the long term, I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe by next year, even a few years, this will probably be 30, 40, 50. This will be a great buy long term. Unless something weird happens and who knows. Din's trying to go up still on that stochastics. Nail. Itsy nail right here, coming back down these 2 days. Very oversold here. I don't want to hear. Let it come back in. Boeing. Boeing came out of this channel. There's a nice run from here to here, about a week, and big bearish candle today. And look where it's at. I don't like it. It's on the daily. 4 hours straight down fast, though. This could come way back into this channel, come all the way back down. We'll see. It's on Boeing. Well, Groupon, I like this for a swing coming out of here. Finally get out of the wedge, but today's news and this put it way back down now to 20. We'll see if 20 holds actually. It's still right here. It's still oversold, so I don't see much more downside, even though it could come a little lower. This is a true trend line, so it could come even to 18 possibly. Here's NK. This is an inside day here. This needs to get over. This needs to get over 805. JMIA, sideways, trying to cross down. There's First Energy. This is finally coming up from this bottom here. Finally get over 30. Very bullish move. OPK, I talked about this. Look at this at 3. This is exactly what you want from a move that come out of, a channel, whatever it is. This was down, finally look, 3. Broke up all the way to 439. What a tear this one. I thought maybe 4, be careful, whole number, touch 450, pull back a little bit. Has to be a bearish sign. There's nothing, it is a cross on the 4 hour. I wouldn't want it up here at all. Of course not. 2 hour. See 1 hour is coming down. So that's why you buy a stock. Even for a swing, you buy it here, and then it moves to here. I don't want it up here. It moves over for me. It's already at 92 on stochastics. So this move is over. I mean, it could keep going. Who knows? But this has got to come in hard for this to come all the way down. All right, some other plays. Apple. See, Apple made this run. We didn't get back up. Now it's got, near 80 on stochastic, 73. The weekly. There's the 4 hour coming back down again. We might come back, test this 105 again. We'll see. A lot of things up in the air. Very tough to get swings in. Market's crazy. SWBI, Smith & Wesson. This had the 15 level, bounced to 17 plus. This is getting extended too. 4 hours, very extended. So you have that on that. Philip Morris coming down. This did get higher, Closed a little bit lower, but still potential here. These are some of these swings I was looking at. All right, let's see what else we have here. See what else happened. RL. Big move. See this? And then look at this came down. This got smoked today. Shorts really unloaded. Excel. This is still fully engulfed stochastics going up, so it's very bullish. We'll see. This didn't even bend down. Or not bend down, bend crossover, I mean. Let me see some of these oil plays, SLB. Yeah, these came out, and then you have a big bearish candle play. They tried to move up. The market really smoked down to the short side. RKT. This came up, coming back too. Lemonade. All these swings doesn't mean they're done either. See this, like, oh, we're going down. Doesn't mean we're done. See the move here, 1, 2. Then we're out of the triangle, but this could come back down, then come back up. It's not a straight run up. Doesn't mean anything. We're still oversold, but it still could go lower at that point. Nothing doing there. And then OX. Yeah, this is a move up. That's a cross. Change of direction. Came back a little bit. Still has a little bit room to run on stochastics. Macy's. You had the big move out and the big move down. So, these aren't clean. You just want a little bit more cleaner like this. And then we went up, but it's not doing that right now at this point. See what Tup did. Tup pretty much held strong. Yeah, the 2150, then really dumped with the news in the market. And then we come back low right here after hours a little bit. Tupperware. Still like this is a swing. You have a trend line here. Oversold. On these moves, these are cleaner, but who knows here. See, we're very high up a lot of these moves, so they're not going to be exactly clean. You have the election coming, a lot of things going on, so not as easy as the moves down here. So that's a lot of swings I was looking at. It's very early for these swings, so our Citigroup, this is coming up. So there's plenty of time for these, so it's very early. Some airlines, HA, coming in, cruise lines. This one too fell the wedge right here. This was a little bit better right here at 12. Back and forth. This is a weird candle, came all the way back up. Today, we're still trying to fight to get up. Now, this move, pretty clean stochastic. So, that's how you're playing. You're playing it low to high. So, low here, 1120. High 1369. So, And all these moves, low to high, that's how you play it. Now we're getting, over 50 now. Still might be room to run in this, but 4 hours getting pretty high. Yeah, I want to get it at the bottom, as close to the bottom as possible. Norwegian, this had a move too. See this from here to here to here. Then this 18 level couldn't get up, and it's crossing now. So that move looks pretty much done. We'll see. So they're the moves. That's how I like to play these stochastics, low to high. Sometimes it's even, you can continue high to high. See here, and it kept going. But the risk reward from here to here is much better. Just wait for your signal for the next moves. Like see right here, the crossover. Just draw your line. And we crossed and we go up. This one's a little bit tougher, but we get here, then cross, go up. You can see here. So that's why I like Groupon. Look at the lows here every time. This bounced, this bounced, this bounced. And this small bounce, a little bit of fake out on that one. This one straight up. So look where we're at here. We're at 15, very oversold still. So it depends on the market. The market really crushed this today, like everything else. So is this going to go back down? I wouldn't see this go much lower than 18 being oversold. So it's still a great long potential here. And these happen pretty quick. So, we'll see what happens with this here. All right, that's it for today. Small cap still popping. Swings are kind of on hold today because a lot of them got crushed. So that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel, and we will be back for more tomorrow. Peace.